Welcome, viewers! How are you all doing? Today, I've brought you a breaking AI industry story, one that might even have Nvidia, Intel, Meta, and OpenAI paying very close attention. And no, I'm not joking at all, so don't go anywhere. Today's story isn't just about another partnership announcement. It has the potential to change the future direction of the AI industry. If you enjoy discovering the real stories hidden behind billion-dollar companies, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we don't just read headlines, we uncover the meaning behind them. So, let's begin. On July 22, 2026, in California, AMD made an announcement that captured the attention of the entire AI industry. AMD announced a strategic partnership with Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI, and also committed to making a strategic investment of up to $5 billion in Anthropic in the future. At first glance, this may look like just another business deal. But wait, this is where the real story begins. Because the real question isn't why AMD decided to invest. The real question is, why did AMD need Anthropic so badly? When Nvidia is still the king of the AI market, when the world's biggest AI companies have been running on Nvidia hardware for years, then why was Anthropic chosen? And why did AMD decide to take such a massive risk? To understand the answer to that question, we need to go back a little. Over the past few years, the world of AI has evolved so rapidly that computing power has become more valuable than gold. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and other AI models didn't just need great software to be trained. They needed thousands of AI GPUs. And this is exactly where Nvidia built its greatest strength. Every major AI company was turning to Nvidia. A famous saying began spreading throughout the market: if you want to build AI, you need Nvidia. And that was exactly what worried AMD the most. Because although AMD certainly had powerful chips, it didn't have the trust that Nvidia had spent years building. Customers don't buy hardware, they buy confidence. And in the AI industry, confidence had become synonymous with Nvidia. But AMD wasn't a company that was simply going to sit back and watch. It realized that if it wanted to earn the market's trust, simply launching another GPU wouldn't be enough. It needed a partner that could prove to the entire world that AMD's platform was also capable of powering frontier AI. And perhaps that's exactly why Anthropic became the most important character in this story. But now another question arises. Why did Anthropic need AMD at all, when it could have continued working with Nvidia? Why did it decide to change its strategy? And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. So, why would Anthropic choose AMD when Nvidia was already dominating the AI world? The answer isn't as simple as finding a cheaper supplier. In fact, this decision had very little to do with price. It had everything to do with the future of artificial intelligence. Think about it for a moment. Every time millions of people ask ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini a question, somewhere inside a massive data center, thousands of AI chips immediately begin working. The more users these AI companies gain, the more computing power they need. And over the past few years, that demand has exploded. Anthropic knew that depending too heavily on a single hardware supplier could become a long-term risk. Not because Nvidia's technology was weak, but because the entire AI industry was growing faster than anyone had predicted. Claude was becoming more popular. Larger AI models required more GPUs. Enterprise customers expected faster responses, and all of that meant one thing. Anthropic needed more compute capacity than ever before. That's where AMD saw an opportunity. Instead of simply trying to sell another GPU, AMD offered something much bigger: a long-term partnership. According to AMD's announcement, Anthropic plans to deploy up to 2 gigawatts of AMD AI infrastructure, with the first large-scale deployment expected to begin in the first half of 2027. But that isn't the most interesting part. The real surprise is that this partnership goes far beyond hardware. AMD and Anthropic also plan to work together on software development. Claude will be used to help optimize workloads for AMD's AI GPUs and accelerate improvements to ROCm, AMD's open AI software platform. In other words, Anthropic isn't just becoming a customer, it's becoming an engineering partner, and that's a very different relationship. AMD also announced that it intends to make a strategic equity investment of up to $5 billion in Anthropic in the future. Notice the wording carefully, up to $5 billion. That doesn't mean the entire amount has already been invested. It means AMD has signaled its intention to deepen this relationship over time. And that raises another important question. Is AMD simply investing in Anthropic, or is it investing in its own future? Because if Claude continues to grow, and if developers begin trusting AMD hardware at a much larger scale, this partnership could become one of the most important turning points in AMD's AI strategy. But none of this automatically means Nvidia is losing. Nvidia remains the market leader in AI hardware, software, and ecosystem. So, if Nvidia is still leading the race, what exactly does AMD hope to achieve with this billion-dollar partnership? And more importantly, could this be the first real step toward challenging Nvidia's dominance? That's where the story takes another unexpected turn.
So, does this partnership mean Nvidia is finally in trouble? Not so fast. That would be a huge exaggeration. The truth is, Nvidia still leads the AI industry by a wide margin. Its GPUs power most of today's frontier AI models. CUDA remains the software platform that developers know and trust. And Nvidia's ecosystem has taken years to build. AMD knows it can't replace all of that overnight, and that's probably not even its goal. Instead, AMD appears to be playing a much longer game. Rather than trying to beat Nvidia in a single battle, it is trying to become a serious second choice for the next generation of AI infrastructure. And if Anthropic successfully deploys AMD Helios at the scale both companies have announced, and if developers gain confidence in AMD's hardware and ROCm software, this partnership could gradually change how AI companies choose their computing platforms. It won't happen tomorrow. It may not even happen next year. But history has shown that technology markets can change much faster than anyone expects. Just a few years ago, very few people imagined AMD would become such a strong competitor in the data center market. Today, it is challenging some of the biggest names in the industry. So perhaps this partnership isn't about defeating Nvidia today. Perhaps it's about making sure AMD has a seat at the table when the next decade of artificial intelligence is built. Whether this becomes one of the smartest decisions in AMD's history, or just another ambitious experiment, only time will tell. But one thing is already certain. The AI chip war is entering a completely new chapter, and the winners of that race could shape the future of artificial intelligence for the next decade. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe, because here we don't just report AI news, we explain why it matters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.